Canada is currently being looted by the top 0.01%, and they think we're too stupid to notice. Mark Carney, who worked at Brookfield for the entirety of his career, a $1 trillion company, before becoming the Prime Minister of Canada, just announced that Canada is going to spend $25 billion on so-called prefab homes. Yeah, I'm sure every Canadian wants to live in a prefab home. Looking at what these things are. $25 billion. And guess what? Brookfield just purchased a company named Modular. Guess what Modular does? They're one of the largest constructors of prefab homes that exist. Our policy in Canada is not being dictated by what's best for the Canadian people. The reason that the Liberals are making the policy decisions that they are is so they can line the pockets of Mark Carney, his buddies at Brookfield, and the very wealthy Liberals who make up his cabinet. Whether you look at all the green scam ESG stuff that's going on where Carney's made money hand over fist, this prefab housing, it is a bunch of crooks and cronies in this government. But Canadians are not stupid to it. We've looked through Mark Carney's investment. Guess what percentage of the companies that Mark Carney has invested in are Canadian? Under 0.5%. Under 0.5% of the over 100 companies that he's invested in are Canadian companies. He spent the entirety of his adult life outside of Canada. The guy hasn't even lived in Canada for the vast majority of his life. And these are people who believe in a post-national Canada. They think that it's only the plebs and morons who believe in national pride. If you have ancestors who fought in World War I, World War II, they're suckers. We just need to continue to allow hundreds of thousands of immigrants in. And you know who benefits from allowing hundreds of thousands of immigrants in? You know who benefits? It's the richest of the rich, the guys who own the major corporations, because when you flood the economy with supply of lower and middle income workers, basic economics 101, you flood the supply with low income workers, it is going to press wages down and it is going to become more competitive for everyday Canadians. But does Mark Carney give a shit? No, absolutely not. They're going to continue to allow hundreds of thousands of immigrants into the country. They're now sending out letters asking immigrants to invite their grandparents in, despite the fact that our healthcare system is collapsing. Canadians need to wake up to the fact that we are being pillaged by a government that it's not as though they're just making policy mistakes. It is unfortunately much more malevolent than that. It is intentional deconstruction of Canada to get him and his wealthy buddies as rich as possible, and it's sick. Canadians need to wake up or this country is going to be gone. My movement I'm starting, I need funds to support the FOI requests I'm sending in to try to get more information in terms of Carney and his relationship with Brookfield and how that relationship exists right now. Check out the link in my bio, my gear store. I have some really cool stuff. I have t-shirts, I have sweaters, going to be putting new stuff up there. Looking to organize rallies, get my website up and running, because we as Canadians need to wake up, start fighting back now, or Canada as we've known it is going to be gone for good.